I don't know, I guess this will be a video kind of a little bit more on the anti-natalism stuff, but it's sort of directed at some comments or inspired by comments by Barklord. So in a Great Text video, he, again, I'll just throw this in, it's not really relevant, but he made some crack about the National Geographic thing again, like somehow reading those kind of source books that are basically fact-based, statistics, information, science, especially the old days, that somehow that reservoir of knowledge is a joke. Because it's not written by somebody 400 years ago, full of bibble-babble, mystical fairy tale language, so therefore it's not a credible, learned way of acquiring knowledge of the world. Yeah, frankly, I think that's just a crock of shit. I don't think somebody could be ignorant and have read all of National Geographic. I mean, it's going to make you a pretty wise person. So it's just a bogus ridicule coming from these bogus phantasmagoricals who think you have to read their, Henny Penny stories and their Goldilocks stories and their Little Red Riding Hood stories. And if you don't know all their little stupid fables, that somehow you're ignorant. Sorry, that is, as you would say, fail. Alright, on to the subject. So now on my video he's posted, 7 comments. Damn printer printed it really small, so it's going to be a little tricky. But anyway, the first comment was basically, here I'll just get to it. Defending reproduction as the same as defending drunk driving. Sorry, fail. Yeah, saying sorry, fail is real fail when you do it with something that's not obviously fail. So unless it's obviously fail, you fail. And the point is the analogy fits in so many ways. Most drunk drivers cause no harm. Most drunk drivers get away with it most of the time. So they satisfy their desire. They are not inconvenienced. They, get away with it. Everything's just fine. And for most parents, it sort of works out. Their kid comes out and basically turns into some sort of reasonable citizen. But it's barely most. A huge percentage of kids don't turn out right. Now we can go down all the lists. Okay, see, 1 in 5 will be disabled. 1 in 5 will be a drunk. 1 in 5 will be... So, and when you add up all those lotteries of negativity that people are entered into, I think you could probably come up with some kind of 50-50 statistic that, half the population is doing less well, is less comfortable, is less competent, is less in control, is less happy than their parents were. I think that can be demonstrated statistically, that they're in a lesser circumstance. Economically, intellectually, physically, by all those matrix. So again, the argument is simple. People have babies not because they need to, just as drunks drive, not because they need to, but because it satisfies their convenience. It's to their personal advantage and nothing else. It accomplishes nothing. It's not a service to society in any way. There's no side benefit. There's just their perfectly selfish behavior. And so the analogy fits. The analogy fits in the sense that the risk is small, but the risk is profoundly negative. You want to be born with your brain outside of your skull, asshole? I certainly wouldn't want to be. Do you want to get ALS when you're 25 years old? I certainly don't want that lottery ticket. So fuck you. The analogy fits. You haven't counter-argued it. All you've done is, as you always do, you've simplistically just said, I'm not going to deal with that argument. I'm just going to say fail and pretend I got away with it. Because I'm some kind of dude and I can get away with whatever the fuck I want to. I'll just say dude. Yeah, that'll do it. That's how you answer a problem. You don't have the answer? So what's 7 times 6,453,000 divided by 5? Dude! Yeah, there. I solved the problem. Yeah, that's all you got. you stupid junkie. Anyway, the word imposition that you keep using is actually a value judgment made by you. No, it isn't. The word imposition kind of has a definition that's kind of narrow. It just basically means you are taking it upon yourself to do something without authority, without permission, without somebody inviting it. You're imposing it. And so that can be a positive. You can impose something like drug treatment. You could impose a lot of things that would be beneficial to the person in the long run, or they might thank you for it later, that kind of thing. But the point is, you're doing it without their consent, period. And that's the truth of you imposers. You're taking it upon yourself to say you're competent to perform this experiment. And that's the value judgment. The value judgment is that you're not competent. You don't have to create a suitable world for it to thrive in. You have no justification for your behavior except to satisfy your own recklessness, or, you know, how you doing? There you go. Or selfishness. And that's the only two choices there are. You're either reckless or you're selfish. It's not significantly different than calling life a gift. Well, I think it's completely different. The word imposition doesn't say, let's see, it's not murder. It's not, I mean, it doesn't say what the imposition is. Okay, a gift has another, again, it's defined. A gift can't have strings against it. If you give somebody, you know, you give them your credit card and it has $50,000 worth of debt on it, well, yeah, you gave it to them, but it's not a gift. So, you know, you're just playing with words now. But, you know, that's all you do is you people just play with words. Alright, your argument about the Nairobi child working, smashing rocks 12 hours a day is really about exploitation in our current civilized nightmare. Oh, I'm sorry. It's their uncivilized nightmare that has them smashing rocks. So if you mean civilized in that, yeah, that kid was allowed to survive through medical technology, yeah, that's true. So we didn't force the mother to die in childbirth, and we didn't kill 9 out of 10 of her babies before they reached 5 years of age. So yeah, evil civilization did that horror and created that vulnerability. You know, you uncivilizationalists are such assholes. Anyway, and you seem to misunderstand the kid beating the rocks thing. I clearly said the modern mystic, so that's an old conversation. You don't even listen to videos properly. You do this all the time. You talk about me mischaracterizing. No, you can't listen. We're shit, fuckhead. So, you know, your comment is completely irrelevant, the rest of it. Greatex never tried to justify child slave labor. See, right there. And then you accuse me. You are deliberately mischaracterizing him. Again, no, I didn't do that at all. You can't listen. You're an asshole. You've just, again, impugned me. How you doing? Hey, pup. Because you can't properly listen to a fucking video. I clearly said the modern mystic. I clearly talked about my relationship with the modern mystic. That's the context of that conversation. I made no aspersions that Greatex was for child labor or any of that shit. So you got it wrong. You fucked up. I'm sure I won't get an apology because you suck. But you're just the typical asshole. You talk about me mischaracterizing. You can't listen. Really, no excuse for this misinterpretation. None whatsoever. I was quite clear. Alright. You keep referring to the argument as if an argument is sacred. I don't give a rat's ass if you think you can prove anything. Well, that's exactly the point, isn't it? I mean, that's all you need to say. You don't give a rat's ass what the truth is. You don't give a rat's ass about people having to qualify their opinion. They can just make shit up. You want to believe in gingerbread, you know, and I start licking this path because I think it's made out of gingerbread, it's okay. And if I feed my kid that dirt because I believe it's gingerbread, it's okay with you. people can do whatever the fuck they want. Well, you can believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe people can be abusive. I don't believe they can be reckless and sloppy without some kind of excuse. If they have no excuse, there's no excuse. There's no excuse for imposing life when you don't have the capacity to do it right, when you don't have control over the experiment. You have no right to do the experiment. I could give you a list of any number of possible experiments, and I could say, why would I allow somebody to conduct that experiment if they didn't know what was going to happen? Should I let any old ass show? Should we give Homer Simpson nuclear technology and let him build us a nuclear bomb? Well, that sounds like it would be a pretty fucking dumb thing to do. Yeah, fuck you. You ignoramuses defending ignoramucy is the fucking problem with the goddamn world. The reason why civilization has failed is because we let assholes like you fuck it up. Yeah, more name calling. Well, fuck you. You've done plenty of aspersions right in here, Buster. You've made accusations that I made accusations I didn't make. You're always doing that. You're always critiquing other people's qualifications to have an opinion. So fuck you. You're a name caller too. You just do it in a pussy, sissy, girly manner. Undirect, unupfront, no balls. Pussy, cunt, vagina. It often seems to me if someone isn't convinced by your arguments, then you think they're a moron, dumbass cunt. That's right. Look, I mean, it's not even being convinced by the argument. It's like you make the argument and people like Piro will just keep coming back with the same crap. They'll just say it over and over. You'll have a conversation with them in stick camp. Spend 2 fucking hours talking to them. Get them to concede that they're using excessive rhetoric. And then they'll make a video 2 hours later doing exactly the fucking same thing. So what's the fucking point? Of course I'm going to call them assholes, because they're not fucking just stupid. They're manipulative, deceptive, lying pieces of shit. Nothing sincere comes out of their fucking mouth. They're just playing word fucking games. Fuck you. Regarding blocking people for commenting and or favoring other people's videos, he hasn't talked about racist. He may have been talking about people who comment on videos on channels such as Professor Anton's. Yeah, well, I don't care. Like I said, I have my right to block whoever the fuck I want. I can say fuck you to anybody I want to, you fucking pansy. Alright, you want to talk to assholes? That's your fucking business. Alright, I want to tell assholes to fuck off. I don't want to see their screen name. I don't want to know they exist. I want them to stay the fuck out of my face. I stay the fuck out of their face. So fuck you. Alright, stay the fuck out of my face. Alright, make a video if you must, and I will humiliate you properly. Alright, but otherwise I don't want to see your motherfucking cunt jackass moron name. The end. So, whatever, fuck you. I'm sorry I said anything good about you in the second part of the video. You fucking goddamn trolly little trash talking jackass. I'm sick of you, sick of you, sick of you, sick of you.